So you just finished building your first PC or you just bought one. And you ask yourself, what now? So between Windows installation, drivers, updates, and software that you're going to need, this can get really complicated, especially for beginners. Well guys, on this guide I'm going to show you everything that you need to know. Now if you have to install Windows because you just built your PC or the one that you bought, it didn't come with Windows already pre-installed, you're going to need a USB stick to be able to create a bootable device with the Windows Media Creation tool. That is something really simple to do. If you don't have access to another PC, and if you purchase Windows, maybe you can ask for a USB stick, but normally you can go to a friend's house or anybody that you know that have a computer already and download it from the official Microsoft Store. This is so simple as to click install and it's going to create the boot device in your flash drive. Now put your flash drive in your system and start it. When you start your system, you want to keep pressing the delete or F2 button in your keyboard to go into the BIOS of your system. Once you're in the BIOS, maybe yours look a little bit different as mine. This is because of every motherboard manufacturer is going to have a different style of BIOS. But they're mostly the same in everything that you can see inside of there. You want to scroll until you see the boot tab, go down to where you see the boot option number 1, and you want to select your USB drive. Select it. Now you want to scroll into exit, go into save changes and reset, and clicking OK. Now your PC should start in the installation of Windows. When this finally starts, you want to select the language that you want to install in your system, the time and currency format, and the keyboard or input method. Click on Next. And now go into Install Now. Wait a couple of minutes. If you have a Windows key, you want to set it up right here. If not, you want to click into I don't have a product key. Now select the version of Windows that you want to install. In my case, I'm going to be installing Windows 11 and the Pro version. Click on to Next. Accept all the license terms. And if you see this right here, upgrade, I install Windows and keep file settings and applications. Don't go inside of there. I prefer that you guys go into custom, install Windows only advanced. And if you have new drives, normally this is what you're going to see, unallocated space. I have 2 drives right here. Well, this right here, there are 3 drives that I have into RAID mode right now. But anyway, be sure to select the one that you want to use. For example, if you have an M.2 SSD, you want to select that. Click into New, apply the size, and this is going to tell you that Windows is going to create additional partitions. Clicking OK. Now select the biggest one, the primary, and click into Next. This is going to start to copy and to install all the files of Windows in your system. Now, depending on your system and the type of hard drive or SSD that you have, it's going to take a couple of minutes more or less. Let's just wait up. Once it's ready, it's going to ask your country and region. Select the right for you. The keyboard layout, once more. I don't know why they ask you at the beginning if they're going to ask you again now. Now you can connect to your Wi-Fi. Click on Connect and set your password. Click into Next. Basically, now everything is really simple to do. You only have to answer some security questions, and it's going to finish to install Windows in your system. Now you can set up a name for your device. Now you can add your Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you want to create one. Create a PIN if you wish to. Set it up as a new device. And here it's going to ask you all the security questions about location. Personally, I choose everything to know, but do as you wish. Like I said, guys, the rest of the installation is really simple. You only have to follow the steps that Windows itself is going to ask you a couple of security questions about OneDrive, stuff like that. This is personal choice, so you can do as you wish. When the installation process is already done, you're going to be welcome into your Windows screen. The only thing that I have done without you guys is to install OBS so I can capture my screen, but nothing else. Now, this is the most important step. As soon as you open Windows, open your Microsoft Edge browser and type Chrome. Look at this. Even in Microsoft Edge, in the moment that you type the C, the first result is Chrome download. Now, actually, you enjoy Edge, it's not a problem. This is only personal preference. I'm going to do it. Now for real, the first thing that you want to do is to update Windows, and for that you want to right-click into the Start button right here. Go into Settings. From here into the left menu, go into Windows Update. And as you can see, you have updates available to download. I have a lot of them right here, also included the NVIDIA driver. This is going to start to download and install all the updates that are available for your system. Waiting until it's done, one thing that I recommend you guys to do is to look the manufacturer of your motherboard. Open your web browser and you want to search for the brand and model of your motherboard. In my case, it's Asus B550F Gaming, and you want to type drivers. Go into the official website of your manufacturer of your motherboard, and to the support webpage, you're going to see the drivers and tools and BIOS and firmware. You want to choose the operating system that you have in your system, and I recommend you to download at least the ones that you really need. I don't really need AMD VGA drivers, I don't need the AI suite, and I don't need the Armory Crate. I don't want to have them right now in this system, but what I'm going to need is the LAN, audio, and chipset. So you want to click download in all three of them. We are going to make this because even if you do this automatically by Windows Update, sometimes they aren't really the latest. Like this, you're going to be sure that you have the latest that the manufacturer of your motherboard and of your CPU made for this system. So wait until everything is downloaded. Now you want to open your File Explorer, go into the Downloads tab, and here you're going to see everything that you have downloaded. For the moment I only have the LAN. Right-click into it and to click into Extract All. If you don't have this option in your menu because of the version of Windows or anything else, you want to download a program like WinZip or WinRAR, everything is going to be down in the description down below. Click into Extract All. Now you want to open the setup and install these drivers. Now, for example, into the chipset, again, uncompress everything and install it in your system. In my case, as an AMD Ryzen processor I have, it's going to open this software. If you have an Intel, it's going to be a little bit different, but they all work around the same. Now in here you can select everything. This is going to install all these drivers and devices and power plants, everything that your PC needs. Click into Install, and once it's done, you want to click into Restart Now. Now that your system has restarted, you want to go into the graphics driver. Depending on the manufacturer of graphic card that you have in your system, this is going to be different. So you want to open your web browser. If you are using an NVIDIA graphic card, you want to go into the NVIDIA drivers, and in here select the model of graphic card that you have. Select the operating system and click into Search. Then you're going to be able to download the drivers. One thing that I recommend if you are using one NVIDIA graphic cards is, instead of downloading that, to download the NVIDIA GeForce Experience. Because from here, you're going to be able to always update your drivers really easily without having to go again into the NVIDIA website. And it's also going to give you some optimizations for the games that you're going to be playing. Now, if you're using an AMD Radeon graphic card, you want to go into the Radeon website, and I recommend you guys that you download this application to automatically detect and install your drivers for your graphic card. Especially important for NVIDIA users, because sometimes can happen, even when you update your drivers directly from Windows, that you are not going to be able to see this right here, the NVIDIA control panel. And this is something really good to have to make some tweaks in your graphics setting. So if you don't have this right here, you can go into the Microsoft Store and download it from there. Now you are pretty much set up, but we're going to make a couple of small changes. Go into the search bar and type Power Plan. Open to the edit the power plan, and in here go back where you see power options. Show additional power plans, and I recommend you guys to change from balanced mode to high performance. Especially if you're going to be gaming, it's best to do. And I want to change a couple of things right here. That is personal preference, but I will never put my PC to sleep, but this is nothing really important. With this out of the way, you can close this window right here. Now go into the display setting by right-clicking into an empty space on your desktop. You want to see that you have the display resolution to the maximal made by your system, and you want to go into advanced display. Make sure that you're running at the highest frame rate possible for your display. Now go back. So now, if you have more than one hard drive in your system and you cannot see it right here, you want to do the next. Click into the search bar and type disk. And this is going to show you here, create and format hard disk partition. Open this up, and here you're going to be able to see all the other disks that you have. Right click into it, create new simple volume, click into next, select the maximal capacity, assign the following drive letter, and perform a quick format and click on start. Then you're going to be able to see it in your File Explorer. Now, let's tweak one more thing in the BIOS of your system. So go ahead and restart and go once more inside of the BIOS of your PC. So in here, let me move the camera so you can see better. You want to go into AI Tweaker, and depending on the system that you're using, this is going to be right here different. But Overclocker Tuner, you want to change this from Auto to, in the case of AMD, DOCP, and this is going to change your RAM memory speed. Especially important if you're running an AMD system. Now you want to go once more into Exit and to click into Save, Changes and Reset. And guys, that is pretty much it. So now go and enjoy your new system.